On, guys? What is happening? Whew, boy, oh boy. It has been interesting past couple days, to say the least. In and out of doctors' offices, trying to find I don't know, man. We'll wait. We'll wait till a few people get in here so I can explain it a little better. But the plus side is I finally have a surgery date, which is around the corner. So the dogs are playing. What's up, dude? What's going on? Adriel? Adriel, what's happening, man? So we got two people in here. I'm gonna wait till we get a couple more people in here, and then I'll kind of explain everything because everybody's like, "Dude, you're still uploading. I thought you went under the knife and hospital this." And I think I prematurely made that video thinking they were going to get me into surgery quickly, and that just did not happen. But luckily, the date is around the corner, so I'm actually going to copy the invite link here because I may have a few other people in here. So we got 5 people in here, man. Sound off. You guys know where that beautiful comment section is there. Let's see who's in here. I'm going to be riding over Bill, the drone reviewer, Ken Heron. I'm riding over everybody tonight. Jamie Smith, what is going on? The dogs are playing in the background. They're play fighting with each other. They picked a heck of a time to get started. Gianni G up in the heezy. Yo, yo, what is going on? Oh, the dogs are really getting into it with each other. You should do a giveaway. I already did 2 giveaways in 1 month. My friend, I can't just do tons of giveaways. Giveaways cost money and items, and they have not been going smoothly, to say the least. My giveaways have been, well, actually, the Game Boy made it there, but then I gave a Bebop 1 to Ghost Mafia. That got screwed up in the mail, and then I sent Kev FPV a camera. They lost that in the mail, and so then I sent him a second GoPro, and man, it's just been an issue after an issue. He finally received that one. The first one got lost in the mail somewhere, so we're kind of done with giveaways for right now, man. Yeah, so everybody always wants me to do a giveaway. I wish I could. Well, thank you, Jamie. So I just had surgery myself not too long ago, man. Best of luck. Hope all goes well. James Todd, what is going on, brother? Let me remove this banner here. Yeah, man. So like I said, I'm gonna wait till a few more people get in here. Yeah, absolutely. We are going to discuss that tonight while I have time to talk about it. That was actually one of the big topics I was going to get into. The other thing we're going to be discussing is the unique Breeze 4K GPS thing. Man, I want to like it so much, but it's given me such a little to work with here. I'm trying my best to say good things about it. I really am, but you can only say good things about something that's going to give you good things. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Well, we got 7 people in here, so I know a lot of people were talking about my surgery, which I was supposed to be in for already. And MX Rider, what's going on, dude? What's happening? Don't forget to smash the like button if you just popped in. We're talking about why I haven't gone to surgery yet. There's Mike. If people want a giveaway, yes, we're Mike. You're actually being invited in here for that again. So here, Mike, here is the link. Feel free to jump in, brother. You've got the link. Yes, no, man. That unique. We're gonna discuss what I think the real issues are at hand with the unique. I've already started making teardown videos and pulled it apart and done some other things to it, and we're gonna talk about all that. There's the link. If you guys seriously want to jump in a giveaway here, Mike and me, if he joins me on panel, it might take him a minute to get in here, but Mike is going to be giving away a drone. And, he tried to give away a speaker. Nobody cared about the speaker. Nobody went and joined his channel. And Mike is pretty adamant about getting his watch time up. He really wants to get his watch time up. So he has decided to give away a nice GPS platform drone. Actually, maybe even 2 of them. So if you guys want a decent GPS platform drone for free, we're going to discuss how you can do that. So I'm not doing a giveaway. Mike has decided he's going to put it up. If you guys don't know Mike B, aka the Drone Reviewer, his channel is actually right there in the comment section. Feel free to get subscribed to him. We're going to talk about his giveaway here in a sec. But first, let me free 99. Yeah, so back to the surgery thing here. So it's complicated a bit because what's actually happened here. Oh, maybe 3 drones. Look at that. Yeah, okay, so we'll see Mike in 10 minutes, and he says he's going to maybe give away 3 drones. And just so you guys are aware, I am going to put my hand in the pot. There is no rules against drone worship putting his hand in the pot. I have a feeling he's probably going to be very slick with his giveaway. Mike normally does pretty good ones, but if it's a decent GPS drone, I may just want to jump in on it myself. So I can promote it. But I still may want to win. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not going to. This is a contest for you guys, so you have fun. Ricks. I don't know Ricks. Let's see here. Ricks just kind of jumped in here. I've never seen a RIX before. Well, let me pop him in here and see who he is real quick. Ricks, it's dark in there, man. What's going on? Oh, I can't really hear you.
In real quick. Just thought I'd give it a shot.
Ah, okay. Well, welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. You're more than welcome to stick around. We're just going to talk drones. I got to get my surgery thing out of the way so people know what's going on with that real quick, but then we're going to talk some drones here.
Yeah, perfect.
So basically, guys, I have a belly button hernia and I have a lower inguinal, and they're not willing to work on my belly button. I found out today because I'm overweight. They want me to lose almost 50 to 70 pounds before they're willing to fix the belly button. And that really sucks. So on the 6th, they've rescheduled my surgery for the 6th, August 6th, and it's going to be a one-day surgery in robotic surgery, fix maybe left and right side. I am getting mesh put in apparently, and I'm going to be out the same day that I went in for surgery. And then it's probably going to be 2 weeks of laying around doing absolutely nothing. But on the plus side of that, I have tons of footage from months and months and months of doing YouTube and years of doing YouTube that I've never edited, never put up, never done anything with. And I think it's time to go back through that Google Drive and show it to you guys. So you may actually come across some very interesting stuff that I never put up, that I forgot about, that I just all of a sudden reminded myself I need to edit. So yeah, so well, no, you know, MX, it's a really good reason to lose weight. So, you know, 50 to 70 pounds, that's a lot of weight. It would change this whole physique, honestly, losing 70 pounds. I was 250 from high school all the way until about 27 years old. And then after my motorcycle accident, I put a lot more weight on going into my 30s. So it's probably good that I need to lose the weight. I have a reason to do that now, because if I ever want to get this one fixed, it has to happen. And I would definitely like to get both of them fixed. So Michael McReynolds, lose an arm, I guess. Yes. Yeah. I still love my Bebop 2. Is it worth getting the SC2 Black Edition? Well, I'm actually building the Sky Controller 3 myself right now. I think you guys should appreciate this setup. If I can find a good enough Wi-Fi repeater, check that out. Craziness, huh? And then my antennas are going to peak right here on the back, so I'll have 2 antennas coming out. I can choose SMA, alpha, or other. But what do you think of that, huh? Holding that big dog in your hands with the antenna sticking out of it, full controls. What do you think? Huh? Drone Worship Sky Controller 3 setup. You're going to like it. I've been working on that idea for a while. So, wait till you see how cool that is. But to come, those are things to come. I want to remind everybody, DW was original for a reason. This is why people subscribe to me. I'm done messing with other people. Y'all can have it. Y'all can do your live streams. Y'all can do whatever you want. I'm getting back to what I know, me, and having fun. So go about your business. You have nothing to stress from me. Have fun. Enjoy your hobby. I'm not trying to help anybody anymore through trolling. I'm done all of that. Y'all can have it. The drone community has taken such a weird turn to me. I just don't understand it. I tried to get people, connected again and fix some of the issues internally that were going on with people and problems and get them to realize they were making stupid mistakes, and it's unfixable. So I'm not even going to attempt it anymore. Jose, what's up, dude? You're more than welcome to join us, Jose. We wanted to discuss the Unique Breeze, so that's good. I have you in here. We're also going to talk the DJI FPV goggle system. So that's coming up here. 3DR are awesome video in flight. Thank you. That was actually some pretty old footage. Jose jumped in here really quick. Let me add him to the 3DR are awesome video in flight. Some echo. Some pretty old footage. Jose jumped in here really quick. Let me add him to the 3DR. Oh, I see. You're playing the YouTube video. Gotcha. Hey, so first of all, Jose, I wanted to say I liked your video that you just put up. Yes, the rude thing and the people just wanting to be mean is it's gotten crazy. It's gotten a bit out of hand, I think. And that's why I've just decided to just go back to what I enjoy doing, having fun by myself, doing my own thing.
People just feel so safe behind their computer. They say whatever they want.
I'm telling you, man.
Say it to my face, motherfucker.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those. And I normally do. And I have a problem with somebody, I bring it to their face. I'm not here to hide behind my channel. I bring it right to you.
Yep.
So, it's they may not like the fashion I do it in, because I'll call you out. Hey, looking, dude, blah 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 blah. This is what you said. This is baloney. It's malarkey, dude. And so
it's my wife's favorite line, malarkey.
Malarkey, yeah, dude. There's a lot of
Midwest, so
a lot of
German and English mix.
Oh,
there's all of those neat European terms.
Okay.
The constant people.
The Bugs 3 I absolutely loved. We had the Shermanator says, what did you think of the Bugs 3? I had the Bugs 3 for a long time, man, and I love the Bugs 3. I still have one. It's over on my shelf currently right there. I still have my original Bugs 3 that's heavily modified. We ended up putting GPS on that thing. That's how crazy we made that little package. It has a massive FPV antenna out the top of it. That thing had a gimbal on it and everything. I did a ton of work to that. But the Bugs 4, I have no idea. I don't really follow along with Bugs anymore. MJX is, they're I think the best drone they ever had was the Bugs 3. Honestly, in my honest opinion, I think it was the Bugs 3. I kind of got away from MJX, seeing as they're more still referencing toy market than anything. So I'm kind of, as a hobbyist, you can't really go backwards. It's really hard to go backwards. Sometimes I'll go backwards if I just want to remind myself where I started, like picking up a toy drone and playing with it. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I started on this. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good reference point to remind you why it was fun in the first place. But once you're a hobbyist, it's kind of hard to transition going backwards. You know what I'm saying? I look more towards hobby grade stuff now than the toy market. So you got to give them credit. They're still doing big things.
Yeah, I just came back from my local hobby shop this afternoon. Hobby Works up here in Maryland.
Really?
And, they have, all they have is anything that's below, 0.55 pounds. That's it. They don't carry anything that needs to be registered any longer.
Right.
I don't know why. They did have a Typhoon H. That's it. They still sell that there locally. Different types of combinations of features, up to like $1,800. I think is what they were wanting for the fully, I guess, with Real Sense technology and all that crap.
No, that's it. I avoid Unique products honestly at this point, just because their tech support team has really fallen off, man. Like I feel like they just don't care anymore. That's where it's gotten. So
yeah, that old guy Jeff Sibelius,
has
a channel. he had a really bad experience just recently with them, and they used to be good. They used to be good as far as tech support. I mean, you
Right.
get on their website and immediately the check comes on, and they'll try to help you. If they can't help you, they'll issue you. If you have a warranty still actively going on there, they'll give you the RMA and you can send them back. But nah, God, he had a horrible time, man. Horrible. And yeah, he got it back. He got his drone back. Actually, I don't know if they repaired it or they just send them in another one. The same problem.
Um,
When you had it on obstacle avoidance, the right stick for forward, back, left roll, and right roll only worked going forward. That's it.
Right.
Nothing else would work.
Really?
He couldn't go back, couldn't go sideways, couldn't go do anything unless he turned off obstacle avoidance.
Interesting.
I don't know anything about the Typhoon H whatsoever, so I couldn't really help him.
I had
But,
one. It
yeah,
was
so
FUBAR.
huh?
I had one. It was FUBAR.
Yeah, you know what I did, and I recommend everybody here go back to his very first video.
It was FUBAR, man, from the get-go. That thing was just a
that's
tragedy.
Yeah.
And I wanted it so bad. Let me address this question here. Jamie Smith, man, there's no such thing as the Sky Controller 3. This is a home design that I'm working on for the Bebops. I don't know if you can see that. So this is going to be designed by me. This does fit my tablet very well. This is a good feel controller. This feels solid in your hands. It's a good grip on the back. You can see I've added Velcro. This is actually where my Wi-Fi repeater sticks out at. My power bank goes here, and then the Wi-Fi repeater plugs in there, and then it goes all the way up, and then my two antennas stick out just over the top like this, and I can bend them up. And if I want to, I can change those antennas over to alpha because they are SMA connectors. So this is a home-built Sky Controller 3 that will guarantee me a couple miles of range. This is something I've been working on myself. And I think I finally got all the right components together to make it look awesome and be a totally different experience.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on with that. Go ahead.
I was wondering what the hell does Dan have in his hand?
Yeah, dude, I always have these weird ideas, and I love to play those weird ideas out, man. That's what makes me original, So I like to try things. I really do, man. I'm all about just trying things to see what happens.
Do you think you will ever get to the point where you will want to market something?
Actually, if I could, man.
Now, the reason I asked that, I was just watching that crazy guy with the mustache, Mr. Steele.
Yes.
FPV God, right?
Yes.
And apparently he works with he's got a company named, what the hell is the name of that company? Forget it. Anyway. And he is basically talking about all of the different things I love that. The basic things he markets.
Yes.
And how he makes no profit on it. He's just doing it for the good of the community and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, at least he's working on something. And of course, it's got to go to China for manufacturing. But yeah, I have come up with some things that, you need to connect with someone with some money to be able to start producing something. Not necessarily with drones.
No. This is what I want to do. No company makes flying DeLoreans. We have flying Millennium Falcons, flying X-Wings, flying all these other toys that fly. But the most original, iconic one that people, I think, would really gravitate to is the DeLorean. And not one company out there, due to likeness rights, will even go near touching this. Universal won't release the likeness rights. So you can make your own. You can buy all the parts and build your own, but you can't legally sell these to someone without Universal saying it's okay to do that. I would love to get with a company, reach out to Universal, and see if we can all come together on one design and start mass producing these based on an idea that I have. Yeah. Right? That I think the nerds all over the world would go,
oh, yeah.
buck wild for this thing, man.
Heck
And
yeah.
it doesn't have to be this small. You can build bigger ones, you know,
Yeah.
and that's why I was saying this is the possible candidate for a perfect size. Look,
Mm.
stainless steel, you know, it's completely emptied out. It's hollowed now. I have the motor brackets all ready to go on there. This is ready to run racing drone parts, beta flight. I can make this thing scream. You want to talk about 88 miles an hour? With
Yeah.
the right parts in this, it'll go 88 miles an hour, you know? So I don't know, man. That's the whole thing is I see he said I'd hit that. Exactly. I feel like every kid's dream was to fly a DeLorean or ride in one, or you know, it was like when I first built it and I realized it flew and it actually flew good, I felt like my childhood dreams came true instantly. You know what I'm saying? That moment of excitement when I took off 3 years ago in my driveway and it actually took off and it started to fly, I was like, holy crap, I'm actually flying a DeLorean. This is crazy. You know, it was like everything just came to fruition all at one time.
So
You
did you
know,
work with an existing small drone? I'm not very familiar with the micro drone or Whoop community at all. I don't
right.
know too much about them. I know you guys build them from scratch many times,
Sure.
carbon fiber type frames and things. Um,
Um,
did you? What came first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, you had the frame,
okay.
and then
So
you did what?
it was really hard to commit to this concept originally. I saw a large version of it made. Okay. Someone made a big version like this big, like it was almost a foot long and it was big and it had race motor components in it. I said, man, there has to be a way to make a smaller version of that, you
Mhm.
know? And his flew really wonky. The CG was way out of mass. Like, you know, center of gravity has everything to do with flying. And you could tell it was just like, it was the most unstable thing ever, but it was flying. But like, I don't think he could control it very well. You know, just the fact that it hovered, I think, was mind blowing to him after he built it. He was like, oh my God, it's actually hovering. Wow. The other hard part was the inverted motors. You know, it was you can't build a top loaded motor version of the DeLorean. It has to be bottom
Yeah.
inverted motors to push it up instead of pull it up. So, you know, there's parts of this design that shouldn't work that do. You know, that it's flawed. It's a really flawed design from the get go. The back end is always going to be heavier than the front, which means the CG balance of the board, the flight controller, the battery, everything has to be moved slightly to the front. So I had to hang this on a string, right? And then I had to start adding components in, light little taps of glue, and then wait for it to balance out with the motors mounted on there until I had it just perfect. And once I had it perfect, I was like, that's it. I can't mess with it. It's getting glued right here, right now. Glue it, call it a day.
Mhm.
And that made all of the difference in how its flight characteristics worked. Like it was a totally different world because I tried a couple different versions of it first. I tried top loading motors, couldn't lift off. Too much of the air was being pushed into the body and it wasn't able, it would just sustain like a small hover and that was it, full throttle. Took the same motors, flipped them upside down and switched the polarity. Boom. All of a sudden it took off. I was like, whoa, but it was really wonky. And that's when I came to the realization that, you know, CG has a big part of how this is going to work. So, but I would love to get with a company and mass produce those. If Universal would step up to the plate and take their massive cut out of it, I don't care what their cut is. You
Mhm.
know, I have a feeling they'll sell these things for probably close to $150. One like this, you could probably easily charge almost $200 for. That little Millennium Falcon from Airhogs was $215 when they first dropped it, and it was made of styrofoam. So you could mass produce something like this and probably sell these for around 250 bucks. You know, and people would buy them. Nerds, they just buy them. Now, would I want to put that kind of price on it? No. I wouldn't. I would just a little more than cost. You know, just so you're getting a little bit back, but you're not taking advantage of people. Now you can't tell a company that though. A company doesn't want to hear that. They want to hear they're going to make buku bango dollars. You
Sure.
know, so
But also the problem that some of these companies, they want you to buy up front and then you worry about your sales. You know, it's not like
right,
you can just, okay, I got 10 orders, I'll order 10 DeLoreans. No, you got to buy maybe 100 of them.
right.
I mean, I dealt with machine tools and you would have to buy lots of 1,000 units.
Oh
And
yeah, sure.
back in the days in China, when most of these factories were state controlled, they basically built various levels of quality
Mhm.
in the same machine. So talking about like say a milling machine, something that you want to use for maybe CNC machining. So now we have 3D printers, but a few years ago
Mhm.
we were machining something out of a block of plastic or a block of metal. 5 different axes, all these cutters working via computer CNC.
Right.
You want to build one of these? Well, you contact China and you say, well, how many units you want to buy? 1,000 of them, okay? And it's going to cost you this much, this much, this much, this much, depending on the level of quality you require. So they would have the castings made by a forge, again, state control, which would then sell the raw castings back to this factory. They will then machine and fit those parts
Mhm.
to your specifications. And if you want high quality, in other words, really well fitted parts, no slop whatsoever on any of the moving parts, you got to pay this much. You say, hell no, I don't want to pay that much. I'll never be able to sell it.
Right.
Oh, well, then we'll give you the sloppy fit one. I'm not kidding.
Oh, I'm sure.
For a lot less. And then you can maybe do some, strip them when you receive them and then, work them the way you want to work them to make them fit correctly. Yeah, it was that bad. There was such a discrepancy in quality. And when you look at the models being sold by, say, 3 or 4 importers, it was exactly the same.
Right.
Only the cosmetics were different. Like yours might be green, mine would be orange.
Right.
The logo will be on the left, your logo will be on the right.
On the right. Yeah.
Same machine, the same crappy motors, everything, But then the fit, all of the moving, because these are precision units,
Sure.
supposed to be able to cut within a thousandth of an inch. Okay, so if you have slop, that means you're selling it for $300.
Mhm.
If you have it really well, put together and let's just say reworked, you would pay 500.
Sure.
Well, the regular buyer looks at this company and that company and says, shit, I'm not going to pay 300.
Right.
I mean, 500, I'm going to pay 300. And you're getting a sloppy machine. That's how bad it was. I don't know. Things may have improved in the last 10, 15 years. But for your DeLorean, I mean, who would do the plastic injection?
Well, no,
Oh,
that is
That would
is
be China.
that.
And it would have to be guaranteed to be. So when you hang it from that center of gravity that you
Mhm.
imagine after you do all your experimentation, you hang it. Those castings that are injection molding that
Mhm.
they do over there better have the same center of gravity. Otherwise, you're going to end up having to, with a Dremel tool,
Right.
removing plastic here and there
Yep.
or adding.
I actually had to do that with this.
Yeah.
The plastic is paper thin. I had to take a Dremel and carve all the plastic out to make it just paper thin so it would fly. So there was actually a ton of time. There's a reason I haven't gotten rid of it. There was a ton of time and effort put into that little tiny thing. That was a 6 to 8 week build right there, man. I know it's tiny and it looks really simple. It took a lot to understand how to make that thing fly and work properly. So, it is what it is. But let's. I want to cover this topic real quick because I know there's still some people hanging out here that just want to hear about my thoughts on the DJI Goggle H. Have you seen those yet, Jose?
No.
Okay, so the big reveal has happened from DJI. The big. Oh my god! Oh,
I love those events.
for the FPV world. Oh gosh. It's going to be amazing.
I didn't think DJI was into that.
I think they're just trying to suck into any part of the market they can and take over.
For like you open source folks that love to build things yourself. And
I agree.
True essence of FPV.
Yeah, it's weird that they've dipped in. Now, here's the funny part. It's still proprietary based setup. Leave it to DJI to proprietary base everything. So I'm going to give you a prime example. Their Fly More combo package now for FPV is over $900, $1,000. Let's just say after taxes, it's $1,000. Okay. So let's discuss this. I'm someone who's not delusional, who has a pretty good grasp on reality here, I would say. I'm also a hobbyist. I understand how these things work, and I know that the FPV world has its professionals and it has its free flyers. And I think that DJI did not put a lot of thought into this. The concept is wonderful. HD video footage while flying in real time with low latency lag. It sounds incredible. 720 at 120 frames per second is mind-blowing HD when you're talking about real-time flying.
Mhm.
Okay? Unheard of. But at what cost? Now, the way I look at it, these pilots crash every day or every other day. Okay? And if you have to replace individual parts to this package that you purchase, I'm going to give you an example. The VTX setup, right? The visual optics for this thing, the VTX, what supplies the signal and all that stuff, right?
Let me
That
keep my
costs
room light off. Keep
yeah,
talking.
yeah. That costs $280. $280 to replace that if it's damaged. Now let's think about this from a perspective of somebody who flies FPV that knows they crash every single day, right? If you're not crashing, you're not flying. Do you think that pilot wants to blow $280 every third crash because they smack into a tree and have to replace DJI components? Or is it cheaper and more effective to buy a $12 analog VTX, right,
Mhm.
with a $30 camera and replace it?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
What do you think they're going to do?
I think I'll go the what you just said.
Yeah, and I think most of them are too. I
And
think
it pisses me off when I have to replace the propeller.
exactly. I'm. Oh, hold on one sec. The girlfriend's popping in here. Give me one sec, guys. Okay.
Yep. Mhm.
My apologies. Nighttime kisses from the girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let's look deeper into this. I'm not sure what aspect DJI was going for here. Yes, it sounds great. People want it. And look, there's people in here right now. Yes, get to it. See what I'm saying? It's there are people that are seriously going to purchase this and not realize the mistake they're making. You know, they're so just wanting HD that they don't understand that as soon as they have a couple crashes, it's toast, man. You're replacing those parts. And it's not cheap to replace those parts. That's the same price as buying a GoPro every time you crash. Oh, you crashed? Let's buy another GoPro. Oh, you crashed? Let's buy another GoPro. These guys don't even want to replace GoPros. What makes you think they want to go out and replace a $280 VTX? Not only that, DJI has made it so that you have to use their controller. They have their own controller. That's great for beginners and newbies and stuff like that, but weathered pilots that like to have things a very certain way on their transmitters, they're not going to want to do that. Why would they do that? They want an open source system that they can choose their own setup for. They don't want to be, once again, we're getting back to what DJI only knows proprietary based setups. And this is how I knew things were going to go from the get-go if they decided to jump into FPV world. I knew that they were going to try to proprietary base their setup. The only way you can own it is if you buy all of it. You can't just buy one part of it. You have to buy it all. That's DJI for you. That's $1,000 Fly More package out the hole. Are you willing to spend that? Because I'm not. That's a decent Mavic Pro.
No, I won't.
For the price of the VTX, I can build 3 race drones.
Yeah.
Build 3 race drones for that price. That is crazy to me.
And to your specifications.
Right. Put the parts in it I want to. Then choose my motors, choose my flight controller, choose my VTX setup, choose my antennas, all of it. Run Betaflight, clean whatever I want to put on it. It's open source. It's my choice. So
yeah, I remember not long ago when they were all harping about again, another one of those news releases or whatever you want to call them. their smart controller, and I saw
Right.
that the show from Vegas on YouTube, and oh wow, a controller with a screen on it. I thought, are the people who support these, well, this brand, I'll just call it a brand, really that naive that they think this was a huge development
Right.
controller with a screen on it?
Oh my
No
god.
longer need a device.
Oh,
My God. Wait a minute. Wasn't Unique making, for their Typhoon series?
yeah.
I
And
mean,
the Chroma.
and who else? Who else had controllers with?
Hubson.
Yeah, Hobson.
Hubson was
Hmm.
producing them with the f5.8 screens on them and stuff. They weren't.
Yeah,
They
I
weren't.
realize I haven't been into this on maybe a year and a half now. I really don't know a lot of the history preceding,
Sure.
the drone industry,
Mhm.
if you will. Um, I was watching a guy, I think he's Indian, Ali Shamao is
Oh
his.
yeah, Ali Sham now.
So he just, I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, he's one smart dude, bro. He is.
smart
He's
dude. Um, and I think the first videos that I saw was indeed for the Hubson 501, I think.
oh he
Yeah,
hates he
way
hates
back.
Hubson.
Yeah. So
He
and I
hates-
thought, oh, cool, because all I knew was that my little green drone, the Mini Orion. That's all I had. That's
right.
what I started off with, and I soon graduated from that. That thing, the motors would die, and because it has a geared system.
Mhm.
The big gear with the little tiny spur gear, and they're made out of crappy plastic, and they just wear off. And so, yeah, it flew fine. Yeah, it was fun to fly. And yeah, now I know, oh, this is what drone flying is about. Well, then I started watching YouTube. And that's when I have my rude awakening into the world of drone flying.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not. So anyway, became aware of DJI immediately because, of course, they flooded the
The market.
YouTube
Oh
drone
yeah.
community. So, and I thought, okay, I guess that's the way to go. But really, truly, no one can afford that. I mean, come on.
Nope. It's like I said, man. I'm totally against proprietary setups. I really am. I hate it. I like to choose what I want. You know. I just if I want to make a change, I want to be able to do that. You know. Yo, Ryan,
Somebody
aka
was asking about Bebop 1, 2 for your Sky Controller 3.
the answer is yes. You will be able to use it for the Bebop one.
Bebop 1, brand new, seal box on eBay, $79 right
Yep.
now.
Yep. Problem is the batteries, even the third party.
Batteries are shit, okay, but you have to buy a third party battery for it.
So here's the thing. There's actually a couple guys that figured out the connector,
Yeah.
and so now they can run like 3S batteries on it, regular 3S batteries. I've seen a bunch of setups now with people running regular 3S batteries.
There's a bunch of guys that have been doing that.
So if you were thinking about getting the Bebop one, I still think it's a fantastic drone. I really do. I think it was
I got 3 already, so I don't need another one. So
I think it was way ahead of its time. I still think it's ahead of its time when it comes to video stabilization. I still have yet to see a drone compete with it except for the Skydio R1. So, I mean, the Bebop 1 and the Bebop 2 are unmatched with their stabilization. Yes, it gets a little blurry because it's digital framing, but at the same time, man, it is. I crashed it into a tree once and it fell all the way to the ground, and I rewatched the footage and I didn't even know I crashed or fell until it was on the ground. That's how good the stabilization was.
I just did a video where I just took it out, and I have a little pedestal in the front of the house, and my wife's flower little garden there. Okay, so I set the drone by itself, and I took the Sky Controller 2 to control it with the Bebop 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I dropped the gimbal all the way down, slowly as molasses, all the way down. And you can just see, I did the live video. You can just see it drop. Then I stuck my hand directly below and waved at the camera. Then I brought it up. And of course, it only goes up about maybe 45 degrees. But you'll never believe the type of comment I was getting from people that are actually into DJI, like Mavics and maybe Sparks. They started asking me, "Oh, wow, So is that, in other words, they were freaking out at the performance that I showed on the video because I literally was shooting video live and showing them how the fake gimbal operates. Then I said, yeah, and if you have the Sky Controller 1, you can actually do this in any direction. And then I did another one where I took the drone, held it while I was recording live and doing a screen recording as well. And I flipped it upside down and the image never veered.
That's what I was
Even upside down. Even upside down.
I literally hit a tree and it spun all the way to the ground and I didn't even know I crashed.
Yeah, because you don't see it.
You don't see it. The Linux-based stabilization is so good that it's able to figure out the exact rotation of the drone and keep that in frame. It's craziness, man. Absolutely crazy.
Someone that was just ordered one was, he received some comments. He was asking for, comments from people about, what do I need to really get into first, or do first to get me off on a good pathway with my Bebop 2. And somebody says, well, the video is not quite up to par of today's 4K cameras. And I'm thinking, dude, really? I mean, I have a 24-inch nice screen here. It is, not 4K, but I know a lot of people have 4K screens, but even upstairs, I got my 65-inch 4K TV.
Mm-hmm.
It really isn't that much of a difference.
No.
Whenever I look at video from, like DJI, even as Inspire cameras, Inspire drone with what is that camera that they use? And which one uses the new Hasselblad?
God, I don't know.
Again, it's not that huge of a difference in quality. And people just can't get over how stable the Bebop video is.
Yep.
As long as you don't do crazy, don't fly in sport mode. I mean, come on, it's going to cause some problems, obviously.
Right. Well, you're pushing it to its limit. Its ability.
Fly gently and do your maneuvers, and you will get outstanding video.
Actually, it's in a straight line. Okay, so you can fly in sport mode and keep good stabilization as long as you're going in a straight line. It's when you start to bank turn or rate, that's when you'll see some craziness.
Yeah. And besides, what happens when you crash head on onto something hard?
Nothing, because you have the
mechanical gimbal camera. It's going to probably, ruin it. All of these people with Typhoons, and their gimbal unit literally rips itself out of the body, the fuselage, on a gentle crash.
Right.
Talking a catastrophic crash. And it rips itself out. All of the wiring is gone.
Sure.
And that's what, about $300 worth of that camera.
Yeah.
Replace it. And if you did something internally, well, then, that's even more. I can replace the whole damn drone now.
Yeah.
$79.
Hey,
on a Bebop 1.
Hey guys, do you want to know what drone we don't see being passed around the market anymore? Anybody? Does anybody know which drone I was going after really heavy that we don't hear from anymore? Huh? Anybody?
Solo? No.
No.
Oh.
I was having a go at a company pretty hard, man. I was sick and tired of the lies they kept producing, so I put them on blast, man. And we're gonna see if anybody knows what I'm talking about here.
Are you talking about the American company?
Yeah.
X. What is it?
Oh yeah.
X something, right?
X Dynamics. Yeah.
X Dynamic.
That drone just disappeared off the market again. Imagine that. Whoa. Wow. Oh man. You can only lie to us so many times and tell us that you fix problems.
Yeah, on your discussion, I think it was on a live stream. I went ahead and started searching for YouTube videos on that drone, and it was interesting.
Such trash, dude.
You could see the ones that were kissing butt.
Oh yeah.
Tell the ones that were actually
Captain drones.
Honest honest reviews on it. But yeah. So I saw the Breeze video.
Oh,
So what do you think what's going on, man? Because I swear, I say, oh shoot, I gotta go downstairs and re, crank up my little Breeze and let's go ahead and link it up via just straight up Wi-Fi and see what happens. Yeah.
okay. So the biggest thing that I have is that everybody was like, hoopala, hoopala. No offense, Aubrey, if you watch this stream, but you came at me a little hard, bro. And I just want to point out that I've been flying drones for long enough to know that Bluetooth will mess with Wi-Fi. However, if the signal is strong enough, it shouldn't interfere. So here's my thing, right? I find it amusing that the company ever thought this was a good idea, a Bluetooth controller on a 5 gigahertz signal band, right? The drone itself runs on 5G Wi-Fi, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I can't connect that drone to any other device that runs 2.4 except for any of my phones that can handle 5G. It doesn't say 5G, but only the devices that I have that run 5G show the network. So I'm assuming it's a 5G network, okay? This runs on Bluetooth, and to get this connected, you have to have Bluetooth on.
Turned on, yeah.
So when everybody was coming at me like, oh, dude, don't you know Bluetooth messes with the signal? I'm like, yes, but why would they then supply a Bluetooth controller to control it if it was going to mess with the signal?
You still got to go through the phone.
Exactly. So I blew that right out of the water immediately. Whether my Bluetooth was on or it wasn't during the flight with just the phone, it doesn't make a difference because you still fly with the controller.
Right.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference? There isn't one. So
well, if you had your Bluetooth off, you wouldn't
right.
be able to use your controller. But you were not using your controller. You were using your phone.
And still, the Bluetooth was on, even if, even with just the phone controls. I just don't see the difference. What would make the difference? You know what I'm saying? Whether it was on or off, I don't think it makes a difference because you still use it when you're using the controller and it's on. So that has, I feel like that has absolutely no bearing on the latency lag at all. Okay. I think what really happens is, I don't know if it's my device, right, not able to pick up that strong a signal. Now, we know that device to device for Android can be an interesting thing. Okay. Just because your device does better than mine, doesn't mean the drone has a problem, right? Mm-hmm. So let's kick this off with, I'm going to try it on some other devices and see what happens. Maybe this phone just doesn't load 5G very well. Maybe it starts picking up latency problems and then it just slowly, gets that footage as it comes in, or it thinks it's coming in, because I landed it, walked all the way to my car, set it on top of my car and started talking, and it was still trying to catch up with it. And I was like, holy mackerel, this is crazy.
Yes, some folks believe that you were making that up.
Well, that's why I kept talking the whole time. That's why I had a screen recording going. Now, somebody said your screen recording's causing the problem. I stopped the screen recording. I did another flight. Guess what? Didn't fix the problem. Mm-hmm. So let's etch those two things right off the list. Bluetooth and screen controller.
It could be, like you said, it could be the actual device. Well, because it was, what's the most lag you can accept? This was pretty much, within a micro of a second.
Yeah, see,
I can see it on the phone.
I'm fine with that.
It was slightly off, but nothing like you were showing. I said, "Oh shoot!" And what could it be?
I was having to fly it by visual line of sight, is what was happening.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All I could do is line up the shot and then wait, and hopefully that lined it up, and then stare at it and see where it's at. And then I was like, okay. And I don't want to fly like that. I want to have a good flying experience. So I'm going to do one of two things. Here's what I think it really is. Okay. This is not a new one. This was refurbished. Okay. This was sent to me by Steven, and maybe this was the original problem it was having. They just decided not to fix it and resell it. Maybe that was the issue. Okay. So I don't know without further testing, and that's what I'm doing right now. We're going to get into that. We're going to figure out what the problem is, and I'm going to show everybody the fix for it. Okay. Mm-hmm. We'll take it all the way until it's fixed. I don't care what it takes. We'll do it. Okay. I'm not new to this hobby. I had people like, dude, come on, bro. It's this. Come on. Oh, it's such a simple fix. Well, I tried all those things, guys. It's not as simple as you think it is. All right. I know I'm like not 100% a drone specialist, but I have been doing this long enough to know those things are pretty simple, the common things that might occur. So yes, I did test those. Didn't resolve the issue.
It's not your first rodeo.
Right.
One of my favorite lines.
So
Did you figure out that this little I guess you received it in default condition? It kind of defaults to selfie mode. So I saw your controls were kind of backwards.
reversed. Yes, I figured that out halfway
Yeah,
through the flight.
that's yeah.
Now remember, the only thing I open this up for, the only thing I open this up for, if you guys can see that, the stupid Breeze controller manual,
Yeah.
and the Breeze 4K quick flight manual. The only thing I opened those up for fast was just to find the Wi-Fi password. Everything else, I basically did this. Let's fly it. You know, it's a simple drone. I'm not out there to like, you know,
What, you didn't read the instructions?
no. Don't care. It's just like every other drone. So yeah, no, not my proudest moment, but you know what? It was like, dude, this thing cannot be that hard to fly. And it wasn't. It has its issues,
Yeah.
you know. But I did notice halfway in, I was like, what does the R mean? And I pushed R and then I pushed forward and I was like, aha, reverse controls. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, you know, but other than that, everything else was self-explanatory.
That's
So
for the people on bicycles and they want the drone to follow them and selfie mode constantly. That's what it's supposed to be intended for.
right.
I thought, should I spend $120 for this damn thing for a selfie drone? You know, well, you know, let me just go ahead and do it and try it out.
All right. Well, then this is not as simple as everybody says. There's no tutorials on this thing, guys. All the tutorials, like, oh, how to connect it to your phone, start the app, push the button, and then you're good to go. That didn't do it. I had to search through 2 years of database on the forums to find out how to connect this to certain Android devices. There is not a good layout or readout for this, guys. If you're having controller connection problems, let me just school you real fast. Go ahead and hold A and turn it on, and then it automatically connects. Oh no, it's not as easy as just pushing the button like everybody showed on their video.
Right.
Didn't solve anything for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's a lot of misinformation out there because I think what happened is everybody just stopped doing tutorial videos. Nobody cared to continue with the unique. I have a feeling the drone has a lot of potential, and I'm going to find out what that potential is, and I'm going to make a lot of videos, and I'm going to put those out there, and I'm going to see if half these problems I think it has are fixable with very simple little things to do properly. I think what will change the entire experience with this drone altogether is the signal itself. And they are cheap to buy a 5 gigahertz dual band Wi-Fi repeater. Okay, it's about $30. A dongle dual band repeater.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you get one of those and you amplify that signal under 1200 millibits right per second, you will actually get some very decent footage, and you'll be able to go all the way around you without having to worry about disconnection, all the way out to the entire geofence line, so on and so forth, and never once have to worry about cracky signal, losing control, FPV getting smushy, none of that stuff. I think that will solve the guaranteed majority of the issues that this has. And if that is the case, then I would suggest a lot of people purchase this product. So far, I've had no issues with its controllability. The camera looks fantastic. The optical flow and sensors seem to work very well. Okay, there is one thing I just did that we're going to test here, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Look familiar?
Mm-hmm.
I took that off.
Yeah. That's supposed to, I'm not going to mention who it was. You know who it is. His name is J and then D. You know who that is.
So
he took it off and it immediately crashed. It had stability problems until he realized that, hey, maybe if I take this off, it will perform better. And it did. Removing that little cover off of the sensors seemed to solve the problem. All of a sudden, the drone was flying normal. I mean, as expected. I have problems with yawing with it. You yaw to the right, it will drop. You yaw to the left, it will go up. Reminds me of The good old Xeno back in the early days with the early firmware.
Oh, with the firmware issues, yeah.
Love
So let's discuss this. I took it off for a totally different reason, and I certainly didn't do it because of J Drone.
Yeah.
I have no problem saying his name. We are not friends, and he knows that. We've talked on Facebook. I told him I will never push his channel on mine. I will talk about him, and that's about the gist of it. He's more than welcome to name drop me if he wants to. Um, so I I took this off because I actually read through the forums that this causes major malfunctions when flying over water.
Okay.
Apparently, the mirrored lens causes glare off the water, and it actually will make it fly very sporadic, very wonky.
It's got that optical coating on it. Reminds me of like a two-way mirror type thing, right?
That's exactly what happens. So
Yeah.
when the you're flying over water and you get a ray of sunshine hits just right and it picks up that shiny object, apparently it makes it go bonkers. So I didn't remove it because of him. I removed it because a lot of people said if you're going
Could
to
it be replaced with a clear
yes, that's what I want to do. Okay, so for
Yeah.
right now,
quality optical glass, but just clear
sure.
without any kind of reflective coating?
Absolutely. I'm actually going to wait and see if I get I don't know, the next thing I buy from Kmart that has the plastic, you know how you get the little toys and they come in and there's a little plastic window. I
Yeah.
think I'm just going to go ahead and cut one of those pieces of plastic out.
What exactly is that sensor? Is it sonar?
So my understanding was it's infrared and some
Sonar.
kind of radar.
I'm
something.
trying to figure out why the coating on that piece of that disc.
Well, and I thought the same thing. Now one is blue and the other one is
There has to be a reason for the coating.
So let's do this because I still haven't looked into it thoroughly. Somebody said it was infrared and the other one was radar, so of some kind or some kind of color scheme sensor. So let's just do this.
Because if it's sonar, it doesn't need the glass is moot.
Right.
You're dealing with sound, so. But if it's infrared sensor type camera, I don't know.
I probably should have looked this up already. Being lazy. No, man, I've been at the doctor's a lot. So
I came in a little late. Did you give us a little
I did.
read on the situation? I missed it.
Okay, one is an IR sensor. So yeah, infrared. One is an IR sensor. And let's see. Breeze is flying. Too small. Sensor effective. Bottom left icon. Okay, come on now. Give me the other one. What's the other one? Downward facing sensor that recognizes patterns. Interesting.
Okay.
So one is an IR sensor and the other one recognizes shapes.
Optical. Is that an optical flow?
No, because it has an optical flow sensor as well.
Okay.
So maybe it's another type of optical flow.
Well, if it recognizes pattern, it has to be an optical camera.
I would agree with that.
It doesn't have to be high resolution. It could be,
It's just
whatever, and just. I mean, you've heard of having to hover over your landing pad so that the drone sort of like images the landing pad so that it recognizes it later when you return to home for precision landing purposes.
sure.
Yeah, there's something to do with that.
Let's see.
Sometimes if I'm flying over my paving stones, and then I go over to the grassy area, I do get a slight difference in performance or flight stability. There is something that it is, the Bebops have that little tiny camera. Other than their optical flow. Or
Okay, let's see what
maybe.
LED holder, light bulb, vibration motor, battery, LED board, Unique Breeze cabin cover. I'll tell you what, man, the Unique Breeze stuff is disappearing off the web quickly.
Yeah, you don't find them on eBay either.
Yeah, they're deleting a lot of the old.
Unique, and you will only see Typhoon H Plus,
Well, I'll have to figure out what
Atlas Q. Have you ever played around with a Mantis Q? The unique Mantis?
Actually, I got an opportunity to fly it at a drone event.
Yeah.
I was quite impressed by the speed of it and the accuracy. However, the camera is almost identical to this. It's a servo operated. It's
Yeah, it's not that much of a
right. It doesn't have two axes, so when you turn, you see all that hook and things. Yeah, I was not impressed by that. I thought that was unique. Just keep shooting themselves in the foot here, man. They just need to make a nice little platform that's like the Spark. I don't understand what they're doing. They're all over the map with their stuff. They're just like trying ideas, and we're the guinea pigs. You know, sounds like another Hubson relationship, honestly. So, I did want to talk about that with you. I'm glad you decided to join. I have no idea what happened to Mike. Where did Mike go? Mike said, be in shortly, had to tend to a problem here. Still haven't seen Mike back yet. What is the deal with Mike? Grrr. We've had a pretty steady 10 people in here. Kryptonics, it's crash proof mode. That would be sweet. Yeah, sorry guys, I really did not look into the sensors. I actually, you know what? Oh heck, I'm not even gonna try to look for it in the manual. It probably tells you what they are. We'll just do a whole video on that at some point. I'll go through all the sensors and we'll talk about it. But no, I think this was good to take off. I just don't understand why it was ever put on there in the first place.
Have you flown with it off yet?
No.
No?
I have not. Like I said, I just actually 25 minutes before I scheduled this stream, which would have been 9:30, 9:25, something like that. I went ahead and did a whole video. I still have my camera on the desk, and I just got done doing the tripod and tearing it off and having a big, long discussion about what my plans are and why I did it. So, oh, there he is. Hold on a sec. Boom. All right. Yeah, we got Sam Elliott is now in the stream.
How's everybody doing?
Going on, man.
If I had remembered that, I would have changed my screen name.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you know who's in here? The Minister of Memes.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, he's in here. So we still have 11 people watching. Well, for those 11 people watching, you guys are in for a treat. Dude, we just bumped up to 12. Make sure you smash that like button. Jose, you are more than welcome to get into what he's about to do as well. Mike, why don't you explain what you're going to be doing on your channel?
Give me a couple minutes.
Sure.
Yeah, oh, okay. He's still in here.
Yeah.
He's in chat. Okay.
Yeah. This is a great opportunity for any of you guys that are in here. I promise you. However, you must follow the rules. That's all he asks. He's trying to get some watch time, and you know, he would like some help getting there. And to do that, he's willing to pay very well for that watch time. Yeah, boy. Yeah, it's William. I know you guys don't know who William is. He was one of our original crew that used to do a lot of live streaming with us and pop in on everything and talk and hang in Discord with us. So,
William's family.
Yeah, he is family. No ceiling fan tonight, Mike?
No, actually, well, that never was a ceiling fan. That was just a chandelier. But my old lady remodeled the kitchen and she took it. He said, "It's leaving, going away." She didn't like it a bit, man. First off, Jose, man, how you doing, brother?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing okay, man. We're somewhat neighbors. I'm in Northern Virginia.
Oh, Virginia.
Yeah, not too far away from me. I'm over here in Northern Virginia, about
I'm about
35 miles.
5 miles from the DC border up north. In Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah, near
Oh.
Bethesda.
Yeah, I've watched some of your videos.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to hook up one day and go flying somewhere.
There you go. I'd like
Well,
to see
yeah,
that.
you know, I asked about just that at the hobby shop. So, you know, where are the flying fields around here? Where are the clubs? Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't. I don't
I don't
know.
want to join the AMA just for, you know,
Wherever you want them to be.
yeah,
We'll have to get out of the DC circle.
yeah. Yeah, you got to get out of this area. It's impossible, I tell you. Unless you just say, screw it, and just fly around your yard and don't go up too high. Otherwise, you're in trouble, man. Yeah.
Trouble, bro.
Especially the neighbors that start talking and reporting you. Oh, my God.
And they're more than happy to do that.
Mike is it's Mr. Sam Elliott there. He's had a couple run-ins with some interesting people during.
Have you? I love watching some of those confrontation videos where they'll have some old lady walking her dog or something, approach some guy who's bothering no one out on the beach. The beach is deserted. It's like 6:30 in the morning. No one's out there, and he's just doing a test, you know. And he gets harassed by some old lady with a dog. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Because, you know, he's spying.
Mike, you want to get started, man? We're losing people here. I was trying to hopefully keep them here for you to talk about your giveaway.
All right. All right. Yeah, I've got a small channel. I'm trying to build up my watch time a little bit. I figured I'd go ahead and do a couple of giveaways, and I started with a little Bluetooth speaker that I figured I'd go ahead and give that away and see how it went. Hadn't been a lot of response to it, but I don't know. I figured like I said, I'd do a trial run on it. But anybody wants to come over and check that out, that'd be cool. You can still get in on the drawing on that. But my next drawing, which, you know, I kind of announced in that drawing, I'm going to do a 3-part giveaway, which it's going to start off as a third prize is going to be a Parrot Swing. I think that's what that thing's called.
Mm-hmm.
The second prize was going to be an E-Hang Ghost Drone. You know, that's not really, depending on how you look at it, that's not really a prize. That's more or less a nightmare. But if you want it, it's yours. Grand prize is going to be a unique Q500. It's brand new, never been used, never been flown. It's a drone that I purchased that was a unit that was sitting on a shelf. I couldn't pass it up. But at the same time, I've got so many other drones, I'm never going to fly it. So I'm going to give it away to somebody that can use it. That's going to be the grand prize. That's a hell of a drone.
Yeah.
It comes with the ST10
Plus.
Yeah, the controller with a screen built into it. It comes with a handheld gimbal.
Steady cam.
You can take the camera off the drone and put it on it. But this thing's brand new. It's never been used. So that's going to be in the future. But I'd like to see a little bit of interest in these this other giveaway that I'm doing, or know that people's going to be interested in it. I've only got 2 people that's entered that giveaway so far. But
chances, huh?
Pretty good chance.
I mean, definitely. I mean, you know, if one other person goes over there, they get a 1 in 3 shot of winning. So, but I don't know. You know, I figured I'd give back to the community a little bit and maybe help my watch time a little bit. But in my giveaway, I'm going to ask for people to find certain scenes in my videos. So you sort of got to work for it a little bit. You got to get in there and find what I'm looking for and then send me an email.
And understand the reason why he's asking you to do the work. He needs the watch time. That's why he's asking you to put in the work. You know, if he's going to give away, you know, a potentially $400, $500 drone, he's asking that you put a little bit of effort into it. It's not much. He's not asking you to go out of your way. Spend 10 minutes, watch the video, grab the timestamps for the times that he talks about, and then just email him. It's really simple. And there, you're entered. Make sure you're subscribed, drop a comment, a like, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, not complicated at all.
No. So yeah, no, Mike definitely deserves the watch time. I feel like Mike, you've had your channel for what, 10 years now?
Oh yeah, but I haven't recently started posting until the past couple of years.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you know, with YouTube and their new rules and all this other crap, I feel a little hindered.
Yep. I think we all do.
So
Oh, Jose's a big channel, man. I can't even. How does it feel to be at 25,000?
It took me from 2009 to get there. I'm hitting 25 pretty soon. It'll be this month.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I started in 2016. It's now 2019. So it took me, what, 3 years to get to 10,000? Just under 10,000? Not too shabby.
Yeah, 2009 was like the wild west of YouTube. Get away with anything. And then, and then things got serious, and they started regulating
Everything.
everything.
I mean, dude, it's
Mike, you need to get to that 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah.
Within the last 365 days.
right, that's part of
Yeah, it's a floating system where tomorrow is another day and you lose the first day and you continue floating. The 365-day floating calendar has to have 4,000 watch hours in it. And
right.
you could have like a good month and then have, bad months after that, and you lose your first month and you're back to where you started. A lot of people that were awarded partnership and became able, were able to then monetize their videos, lost their monetization privileges because they came short in the next cycle.
Mhm.
So you have to be able, lucky right now, I'm not, this is not a brag because there's channels that are 10,000 times bigger than mine, but I'm able to get probably 40,000 watch hours in a month. So it's not impossible. Like I follow these forums, all these people who are basically wondering how the heck am I going to get 4,000 watch hours in a year?
Right.
Well, I get 10 times that in a month. It's possible.
Right.
You do it. It can be done. It's just slowly growing.
Believe it or not, you get more watch time when you do live streams. Your numbers count for like double or triple what they normally. If you can keep people
When
entertained.
Dan does a 3-hour live stream or whatever, I do them every Saturday night. 3 hours on the nose every Saturday night. I'll get 30, 40 people that have stayed with me that whole 3 hours. Then you look at your analytics the following week, and you all of a sudden see your average go up a little bit. When that goes up, they then tend to suggest your videos more often. When you upload a video regularly, like on schedule. Now, Dan, you kind of, whenever you have a chance, is when you upload a video.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't
There's
meet.
no set schedule. Well, that is kind of detrimental in a way because
Yes.
the way the algorithm, you always talk about the algorithm, the way the algorithm loves to see it. And also people, is if I knew that Dan was going to upload something Monday night, Wednesday night, and Friday night, and a live stream on Sunday, I'd be glued to that computer on those particular days, particular times. And I'm telling you, unless I was in the hospital getting my other, I also have a hernia.
Oh, wonderful.
Fixed, So all
yeah.
I'm saying is that regular uploading and a schedule is like training a dog. You ring that bell and the dog starts to salivate. Yeah.
Right.
I
My-
know
videos.
5 o'clock is going to upload a video. I'm salivating already.
Well, when I first started uploading videos, I just did it for our group, my initial group of friends on here. I wasn't trying to do anything big with the channel. But at the same time, I subscribe to your channel, Jose,
Yes.
and I don't get your notifications. And I've been subbed to
Yeah,
Dan for
that's
more than 3 years.
That is something that they're working on. They're so busy right now screwing around with the studio.
Yeah,
You
stupid.
know what I'm talking about, Dan? Yeah. I can't find anything in there anymore. Any longer.
Yeah, it used to work, but
They-
now I
yeah,
can't
the
even
bell
find games.
Yeah, the bell notification now has 3 options. It's not just clicking on the bell and then all of a sudden when Joe uploads something, you get an email saying that, hey, Joe, Dan just uploaded something.
Right.
I have Dan notified for every single thing he does.
Yeah.
I will get a notification. You could there's one option for even after you click on the bell, you can actually say, well, I don't want to be notified. What's the point? Then there's another option that says most uploads. Well, how do they figure out which is the important upload?
Right.
And the other choice is for everything. So make sure you tell, if you want to, be notified whenever I upload something, you got to choose the all. Everything I upload, you get a notification for it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking, but that's the way it is now. That's the way it is.
Did you read this?
Yeah, like Williams post there.
Mafia vibes. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Did he actually just send $5?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, he's a working man now, so he's got money.
It doesn't show on StreamYards the same way. It just says $5, and then
Oh,
it says,
you're not watching the YouTube stream also?
"Well, thank you very much, there, William." No, I don't, because it's nice that I just have the comments here. I'm just trying to get used to how this works here. I do love StreamYards though.
And you said that this might become a platform that they're going to charge for.
Yeah, it's only in beta.
Right now it's on beta or something.
Yeah, it's definitely beta, but man, it looks so clear on YouTube. As long as everybody has a decent device and a decent camera, it just streams beautifully, man. I haven't had any issues with it. It's just been flawless. It is so.
I'm digging it. It seems to be better than OBS.
Yeah, no, OBS gives you a lot more options. Like this doesn't offer chroma key and green screen and all that kind of stuff.
I know, but you ever have to use those options? I don't.
Right, I don't either. I just, this is a nice show. It's very presentable. It's easy.
It's a little bit easier to switch to like a screen view. I just press a button.
Yeah.
And I'm
there. No, so if you have favorite
transition, and it puts a transition and everything.
Yep. So if you have favorite people that you watch, guys, that you really enjoy their content, make sure to unsubscribe and resubscribe, because when you do that, it will offer you 3 options now. YouTube has made that change. So you may just be getting very basic notifications every once in a while from someone that you're missing their videos or their content, or, you know what I'm saying? I notice that with a lot of people too. So it is what it is, man.
It also depends on what platform you're using to view other people's content.
Sure.
I'll be on my TV upstairs, and I just go to my subscribers, and I get a list of all of the new videos. Boom, right there. I see Dan. Dan just flew his. What did you just fly?
The 3DR Solo.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one yet because I was busy watching your Breeze one.
That's actually a pretty old video there. That was taken like 4 months ago. I just now put it up. But yeah, it's like I said, man, I have so much footage from just stuff that I have on my
that
Google
you haven't processed yet.
that I haven't, that I've just stored in the folder for a rainy day in case something happened or I couldn't go out and do it. Like, this is the perfect time. So I'm pulling out all these videos, and I also have a ton of other footage that I haven't done, like that I took the other day with the boat motor. Like, I'm going to show how in 6 minutes, I'm going to show how to get a motor that's been sitting for 7 months running again. I sped it up to a crazy fast pace. So it's Chipmunk talking the whole time, but it looks hilarious. It's like trying to pull on the ripcord. It's funny. It's definitely a goofball video. So,
So
but
your little tease video showing your motor on the barrel.
that was just part of the footage.
Yeah,
Man. I
that was
took.
cool, though.
I took.
It
I
reminded me of my uncle. He used to build fishing boats, and he had a huge workshop, and he used to build boats for people. And he would test the motors, the outboard motors, on a big barrel. I mean, literally, like it looked like a gigantic hot tub. Sure. And he would just bolt it. It had special hardware bolted on there and run it. He would break it in for you.
Yep.
So you wouldn't have to deal with it. You, the buyer, you know.
My neighbors officially hate me. This is the second boat motor I have run in my neighborhood. They hate me. I know they do. I have been constantly doing it in between the houses, and
it's bad enough you flying around the neighborhood. You know, every time you get the
they don't even know that's happening.
They don't know that.
Well, I see John's out there too.
I do too. And he is correct. John is absolutely correct. The picture of the hawk that you guys see when you first popped in was actually a picture that I got with my Hubsan 501S 3 years ago. It flew probably 2.5 feet right in front of my camera. And all I saw on the video was a blur. It was just a brown blur. I was like, what the hell was that? And I went back and I slowed the frame rate down to like 1 frame per second, and I watched a hawk go right. I mean, it was screaming past the camera, but it was so beautiful. It just went right at an angle. I saw every feather. It was staring at it. It was incredible. So I took screenshots of that, and I put the screenshots up. And yeah, that was a very cool photo to be able to get. I'm glad for screenshots, man, because I never would have been able to take that picture at the rate of speed it was moving. So, but yeah, man, it was a very sick shot. So, oh, Top Wolf Automotive. Let's get Donald in here, and John, if you're willing to come in here and bring that. Right. What's his voice? What did we used to say his voice was like? Seinfeld. Who's the guy from Seinfeld?
Oh, who, Kramer?
Yeah, Kramer. Let's get John in here. We haven't heard the Kramer voice in a while. So now we got Sam Elliott, and yeah, we're going to have Kramer in here in a second. Next time, he says. Next time. Come on, RC. You know you want to jump on the stream, bro. Get in here. Florida man starts boat with a can of soda. Boat owner hates him.
I see that comment here. Something screwy here. Maybe I could have switched to all chat or something, live chat.
Well, dude, I had an impressive crash today with the B Fright. Whew. I was coming in hot.
Would you crash?
The B Fright. I had a very impressive FPV face plant with the B Fright today. I took off and I had it. The DVR was recording, and I started flying, and I was like, "Holy crap! It's really dark. I can't see anything." And I got out to the end of the field, and the CMOS or this camera, the sensor was like tripping out. It didn't know whether it was light or it was dark. It was light or it was dark. And I was like, dude, I got to land this thing. So I started coming in, and all I could see was like shadows and brake lines of like the trees. And I couldn't really see myself. I was like, oh, this is horrible. This is going to be crazy. I'm coming in for a hard crash. I can tell. And all of a sudden I saw myself. I was like, oh, wow, I'm coming in way too hot. So I dipped it forward. There was no stopping. And so I face planted it. Boom, it bounced a couple times. It was full of dirt and grime, and I cleaned it all off. And it still flies good. Didn't hurt anything, but man, it was quite an impact. Even the guys playing basketball stopped. They turned around like, what was that? It's like, yeah. So after that, I adjusted the contrast and the brightness, and then it came out to be good. I was able to fly a perfect pack after that. So I got that footage. I've already edited it. I'll upload it in a couple days to come. I charged that battery 3 days ago. I had to burn that battery off before it toasted the battery, so I didn't want it to go bad. 4S batteries are not cheap, people. Don't leave them fully charged. Burn them off if you can. Bring them down to 14.8 volts for storage. Top Wolf, no, sir. The 6th. I finally got rescheduled for the 6th. So that's why I'm still uploading and still talking. I prematurely thought I was going to be able to get it right in there for surgery without pre-op surgery and discussion and CT scans and x-rays. And boy, I was wrong. So here I am. I'm still here talking to you guys.
Let me ask
Don't
you
say-
something personal, bro.
Hit
So
me.
the one down below, are they gonna put a mesh?
Yes.
And they're gonna use surgical adhesive. That's a cyanoacrylate, but for surgical,
Yes.
basically crazy glue.
3. Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it is. So
3 incisions.
okay, so
yeah.
they're gonna
So-
do laparoscopically, or they're gonna do it
Robotic.
up and okay,
Robotic. Yep.
all right.
I'll be asleep for all of it, but I hope they have a camera because I would love to purchase the footage. I will post that if they give it to me.
That would be your highest earner.
I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
I promise you, if I upload it to YouTube and actually type hernia surgery full video, don't be afraid. You guys are probably going to get
Yeah, with a little pre-warning.
Yeah.
For most.
graphic.
Yeah.
I got some video of them operating on my eye somewhere. Not sure what I did with the video.
Hmm.
Yeah, they went in and sucked out a cataract out of my eye.
Kryptonic says what surgery? Yeah, no. So, hey, here's a quick way to put it. Kryptonics. All of my lower intestines went into my ball sack.
Imagine. Think about that one. Let that sink in.
Yeah, imagine how full it is. It looks very impressive in basketball shorts when you stand next to the pool.
I saw a video of a man, highly, very, very, very overweight, at least 600 pounds, except he had a third thigh.
That's a
Think
big,
about that. Yeah. Just like if you took your leg and lobbed off your lower leg, so you just have a stump from the knee up, that's what he had between his two legs. Yeah.
Kryptonic says, I don't know what to say. I'll tell you what. You don't know what to say. I'll tell you what it feels like. A very small midget squeezing your balls all day. How about that? Hey, you guys wanted to know the details of this
Yeah.
thing, man. Don't ask if you don't want to know the answer.
So you're gonna be experiencing a new life, my friend.
Yes,
Once
yes,
this is over,
it's going to be
it'll
interesting.
be great. You're gonna be doing shit that you never thought.
Actually, that's what
possible.
I've been, my channel's been
Think about
stalled.
it. Yeah.
It's been stalled for so long. I haven't been able to go do the adventures like I want to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new stuff.
Oh, me too. Trust me. I have so many stupid ideas.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I can come up with content. The problem is this has really been preventing me from being active like I used to
Oh
for
yeah, sure.
8 months, man. It's taken a toll. Not just on my body, but mentally. I've been a lot more snappy with people, and I'm a little more conflictish because that constant pain just makes you kind of negative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I see something that I don't like on YouTube, I'm a little more verbal to say something. I'm a little more,
Sure. Yeah.
and it costs me some viewers, which I'm fine with. I kind of want to start with new here. I think a lot of the people that used to follow me don't follow me anymore, and I'm somehow okay with that. I don't know. Maybe it needed to happen. Who knows, man? I saw a lot of craziness coming from the old community, and I just didn't want to be part of it anymore. So, I love everyone who stuck
That
around,
also has to do with
stayed supportive. So,
the way they've been cleaning house.
and I agree with that.
Subscribers, views. The algorithm is getting smarter. The AI basically, and they can detect false views. They can detect false subscribers, and they've been every quarter they go through a cleanup.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that I got more subscribers, but my view count
Yep.
doesn't reflect that. And that's because at like a year ago, I was probably getting a lot of false views counted as
Mhm.
real views. And yeah. So I mean, I'd rather be seeing honest results on my so-called analytics,
Well, there was
I don't look at that often anymore either. I mean, there's some people that live and sleep, some channel owners that just spend hours upon hours analyzing, Nah, I do this for fun now. Just like you. I'm getting that same attitude. I'm doing this for fun. If I
I
can help people, I help people. If I can't help you, you just don't want to be helped. That's all there is to it.
I noticed, and I actually talked to this with Mike the other day. I noticed a big change in people after streaming became popular on YouTube. I noticed a massive change in the community that we're part of. Everybody wanted to be popular. Everybody wanted to have their own show. Everybody wanted this. Everybody wanted that. Everybody wanted to make money, and it turned so many people against each other. And me and
Yeah.
Mike, we just sat here and watched all this play out. Like, this is craziness. These are all people that used to be friends, that used to get along with each other, that used to this, that used to that. Now it's a lot of he said, she said, baloney, malarkey, bullcrappio. And it just kept going and going. And I just sat here and I'm like, this is nuts. So at some point, I just turned off all that friendliness, and I just went straight into like, well, screw it. If nobody cares and I don't care, I'm going to do what I want. And I did that for roughly 8 months now. And, a lot of people see me in a different light now. But at the same time, I quit caring what people think. And I still don't. I don't care. You like me for who I am or you don't. I'm back to doing what I originally was doing, which was me having fun, enjoying what I like to do. I'm not a professional. I'm not here to impress anybody. I'm here to have fun, share my knowledge with you, and go forward from there. If that's not what you hear from, why are you here?
Yeah.
You know where the unsubscribe button is. See yourself out, man. I'm not going to stop you. It's just, it's sad.
Way.
Yeah, it's sad that I watched the community go through this.
Yeah, they spend a lot more effort being, negative and in their little quest to be superior, I guess. I guess it makes them feel superior. That's why I posted that today. I mean, I've been getting, oh my God, it's like it makes you like wonder, why the hell am I doing this?
Mhm.
Why don't I just quit and just care about myself? Instead of, honey, I gotta come down because I really gotta do 3 videos because certain people have questions about this and that, and I gotta address that so then I can help maybe 10,000 people.
Well,
Same problem. And then you get this one person that just ruins it all for you.
yeah. Well,
You get all these nice comments, make you feel good.
but
Good. This really gets me energized, and I want to do more. And then this one a-hole decides to, just make it
Sure.
worthless.
I remember being this very tight knit group, though. Michael even tell you we had a very tight knit group of guys, and something happened. Everybody just kind of split.
Imagine this: you're in Topeka, Kansas, and you run into somebody from Tampa.
Okay.
I don't care if you what he is, what color he is, whatever. He's from Tampa. You got a connection. And you are at a bar somewhere and you start drinking and you start talking to each other.
Sure.
And you don't know each other from Adam. It's just that connection. The drone people. Oh, you fly drones? Oh, cool, man. I fly drones too.
Right.
Boom. Immediately you got a connection.
Sure.
You got a commonality that you can then talk about. But now they're becoming like, it's just a snobbery and
It is. I know.
I don't use bad words, but you know what I mean.
It's crazy.
I thought we were, oh, you're from LA? I'm from LA too, man. Hey, and then immediately a friendship.
It started
You fly
off.
drones, I fly drones. You fly RC, fixed wing. I fly fixed wing too, man.
Right.
Awesome, man. Where's your club? Oh, my club. Immediate connection. It's like when
Right.
you were hooking up with your buddies at some park and you had a meetup, and you may get people you have no clue who they are, but they show up with a single, interest, flying.
Right.
Boom, that's it. I don't care who you are. I don't give a shit what you look like. You got an interest that I got.
Sure.
For now, we're connected. We're friends. Done. That doesn't happen anymore, or exist anymore. There's always this. Like if you fly drones and I fly drones, but you find out that I vote this way and you vote that way,
Right.
that's it. Our friendship is done. What? You know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's no, and I completely agree with it. I did notice that it didn't start until after the live streaming started. Once our entire community started doing these live stream things, that's when things really just took a dive off the deep end. And I sat here and I watched all of it happen, and I just couldn't for the life of me fathom what was going on. I finally just gave up trying. I started just doing my own thing, like I said. And then, everybody was like, well, you're not watching us anymore, and you're not part of this group, and you need to choose a side. And, hey, look,
No, there's no sides.
I don't want to have
What do you mean
sides. I
sides?
want to do my own thing. Like, nobody's going to demand anything of me. I'm here to have fun. I don't need to pick a side. You guys can pick sides. Feel free. You're a grown man. You make your own decisions. Pick your side. I'm going to do what I originally set out to do, and that's have fun and play with my products and teach and put out my tutorial videos and just enjoy myself, and people just couldn't understand that, I guess. And then, there were some people that I don't get me wrong, Jose, I did go after a few people myself, in a manner that they may not agree with, but I think in the end, I did it to show them that they could possibly be more than they're letting on. Okay. Everybody has a truth somewhere. And until you establish what that truth is in yourself, you're never going to really define who you are or what you can do. And I think some people have so much untapped potential that until that's released, that you're just mediocre. But I see something in you, and I want you to push all of that. I want you to find it in yourself, that you have it. It's there. I can see it. It's an artistic talent, but you haven't recognized it yet. You know what I'm saying? And lying and being fake isn't the way to get there.
Mhm.
And so I went after a few people, and I said, dude, this is I mean, not to give you advice, it's your channel, do what you want. I'm just going to give you my opinions and my thoughts, and you go from there. And then they get totally mad about it, and then you're such a blah blah blah. And me and Mike, we watched this go back and forth for a while, and it was just like, dude, you don't have to listen to me. Feel free to keep tanking your channel and using clickbait and being this person that you're not. At some point, somebody's going to find out you're not a real person. You're being fake. Everything you do is fake. You don't know the stuff you think you do. You're leading people on. You're doing these things. And those are the people that I have a problem with. Those are the ones that I would go after. Like, dude, look, stop being fake. Just be real with these people. So what? You're not the guy that you're pretending to be. Everybody needs to learn. That's what this is about. Somebody can always teach me something every day. Every time I come on here, I read a comment that I go, wow, I never thought about that. I learn something daily. I'm not a wizard at this. I just have fun, and I've got a pretty good knowledge base, and I use it, but I'm not perfect by any means, and I don't pretend to be. I just wish more people would see that truth in themselves and stop playing all the fake games and the fakery and choose sides and you do this and you do that. And stop demanding things of people. People are going to make their own decisions, man. And that's when I just decided I'm going back to doing my own thing. I'm going to do me. I'm going to
You're
have
a lot happier that way.
Yeah, I'm happier. I don't care what Steve is doing on Steve's side of things. Let Steve do Steve. I'll show support if I like you. I'll pop in. I'll say something on your video. But we're never going to have that tight-knit group like we used to. That's official. I've already seen that. We've seen way too many people split. So I started off doing this myself. I'm happier doing it myself. The occasional live stream with people is fun, but that's the gist of it, I think. So
I think the first time I saw you, it had to do with I think it was, when was it, around January 15th or something, when the AA the
FAA.
FAA. Yeah, if I'm dyslexic. FAA, get it? Yeah.
Yeah,
FAA.
the AAF.
Yeah. They were putting out the new regulations, and they began the registration, uh, of drones from us hobbyists. And I heard you do a live stream about that, and I think that's what kind of hooked me up. And then I heard on Ken Heron's live stream on Thursday nights. Did you come on there as a guest one time?
I did. I was.
Yeah, that was you, wasn't it?
I was going to talk about 3DR
And I
Solo.
realized, wait a minute, that's the same guy I just got done watching.
I'm still friends with Ken.
He's a
I-
strange guy.
He's what?
He's a weird guy, man. I used to watch his show religiously, but then he just became kind of a comedy
Yeah,
error.
we've
you know,
talked about that.
I unsubbed him. I'm sorry, but I just didn't. He did a video that just did it for me. He went ahead and bought a toy drone, one of these, DJI copies.
Hmm.
And he had his big old, his friend that played the big dummy. That was his part on the video. He had a humongous 3.5-foot diameter fan that they set up, and they were going to test the drone stability to winds coming from the bottom up. Except the guy kept screwing up, quote unquote, and instead of aiming the fan up, he would aim it down, and the drone kept getting sucked into the fan blades. That was the whole comedy of errors, and he would yell at him, "Are you sure you're running the fan in the correct direction?" "Oh, yes, I'm sorry." And boom, the drone would get sucked right into the fan. And I thought, okay, this was 15 minutes of my life wasted right here. I was really looking forward to see the real test of this drone putting up with fan, with the wind. It wasn't it was supposed to be a comedy skit that they did. And I thought, okay, that's it. This guy's not serious. He's
Yeah,
just-
no, he.
and
That,
you know what? I looked him up. On Social Blade.
yeah,
He's a little better than me. Better than me.
He's he's a radio show host. That's what he is, and
Yeah.
now he's treating his YouTube channel like it's a radio show.
Yeah, it's just a bit.
And that's all. That's all it is. Buy my eyeballs. Like I said, I know Ken. I don't know if we're friends like we were. I think when he was doing real drone videos and actually like producing content,
Well, yeah, there was a time.
enjoyable. There was a time that I actually enjoyed that, but now he's just a radio show guy. That's how he's coming off to me now. And I've also gone through some other things with Ken that I'm fairly certain I'm accurate about. Whether he'll admit to it or not is a totally different thing. And Mike knows what I'm talking about. I'm not going to bring it up again because I've decided, like I said, I'm not taking hacks at YouTubers anymore. But let's just say it was, if he did, it was wrong of him, and he should have talked to me first. So,
Did you see the video that he posted very proudly when he flew his Phantom 4 into the side of that building? And he was running around with his buddies. One was a police officer, another one was like a firefighter, and then his little entourage of friends. And he flew around this building, this commercial building in a big city, say for instance Denver. He flew it around the back of this building, one of these buildings just full of glass windows.
Yeah, he
And
lost
went to the other side, and then he put it on return to home. And guess what? It returned to home through the building. And guess where they were flying from? A parking garage illegally. They went to one of the levels that was pretty much empty, flew outside, it had outer, they flew it out of the parking garage. He did his flight, came back around, and flew right into the building. And of course, it crashed down, it tumbled down, and turns out there was a woman with a baby carriage and a baby that saw it come down. So, I mean, the possibilities could have been that it would have hit that woman or the baby. So, you know what he did? Went out and bought a new one that very afternoon.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, Escrow, you know what? I can't believe you just wrote it off like it's nothing. You did something stupider than you could imagine. You should have known that return to home doesn't mean that the drone is going to go from the opposite side of the building, above the building, or around the building. It's going to go through the building.
Hey, guess what the 3DR Solo can do?
What's that?
It can do guided return to home.
There you go. See
You
that?
want to hear some crazy stuff?
Crap drone.
Because it's open source.
Yeah.
Every maneuver that you make going away from yourself or during your flight, right? It calculates that.
Okay.
Right? In Arducopter. And as you fly away from yourself and do things, it will actually, if you hit return to home, it will follow that exact same path back, but cut out all the redundancies of the flight. So like, let's say you do a large pan around a building, it will only choose to do half of that pan to avoid an object. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it knows that you did a circular pan, it's only going to come back one way, go to the halfway mark.
Because they might want to implement that as a brand new feature.
No, well, it is, but that's only because it's open source. Somebody wrote out that program, added it to the Solo, and boom. So if it adjusted
They'll
itself,
take it like it was their idea to begin with. They
right.
implemented it.
So these are reasons why I like open source. People can say whatever they want about DJI. Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best.
It was just the fact that he's just very blatantly just
Sure.
finding one, because he had just gotten that settlement from his car accident that nearly killed him.
Yeah. Well, I had a motorcycle accident, nearly killed me. I didn't get a settlement, so lucky Ken.
You got nothing.
I got nothing.
He was able to build that studio that he now has, the new computer system that was built for him by his news guy, the guy that gives him the weekly news.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy built this computer system and editing system.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff Sills. I'm friends with
And
Jeff.
he probably spent like 20 grand on that.
Sure. Like I said, I'm friends with Jeff. Jeff is a very straightforward guy. We talk on Facebook all the
Yeah,
time.
he seems really nice.
Yeah, he's a very friendly guy. He puts up with my antics. He's one. He knows I talk a lot about his fixing Ken's crash drone stuff. But he's not really a celebrity to me. At one point, I might have seen Ken as a slight celebrity, but at this point, he's a radio show host. Hey, TCM Drones, man, thank you. He says, I think you're a good guy, Dan. I sent you a piece of interesting drone, and you still talk to me, dude. It wasn't a piece of crap, dude. It had the potential to be fixed. I gave it to a friend of mine who was eager to have a drone. I figured he could use it more than me if he was able to get it running. I gave him all the extra parts that you bought. I have no idea what happened with that drone because that friend moved away. For all we know, dude, it's flying around right now. You know, he's a pretty talented person that understands tech. So he probably finished the drone and did get it going. I'll see if I can reach out to him, man. It would be interesting to see if he got that thing up and working and has some flight footage that I can put up on my channel of him flying it. So, nah, bro. TCM, you've always been awesome. You always, sir. You're super cool in my book. We've never had an issue. We talk. Good dude. So, yeah, no. So, like I said, I don't really talk to Ken anymore. I don't talk to Billy. Kyle, I was friends with all these guys at one point. I think I've made decisions to just steer clear of these individuals. There is one person, but you'll find out who I'm talking to when the time is right. I think a lot of you will be surprised by who I've been chatting it up with here lately. I was invited out to an event that I'm unfortunately not going to be able to make this Saturday, but because I'll be at work. But that would have been the first time you would see us together. We'll see if anybody can guess who it is. But yeah,
I bet I can.
I bet you can too. But yeah, no, that'll be a jaw dropper for everybody. So
I'd like to see that happen, though, man.
John Coopy was pretty chill. If you say so, my friend. So I don't know, man. I am in this to win this, baby. I'm here to have fun and enjoy myself. If I break over 10,000, I break over 10,000. If I don't, I don't. You know.
As long as we don't see more rolling here in the chat, we still got 11 people watching.
Yeah. They're listening right now. We also have a lot of lurkers. I've had the dislike wagon hit my train a few times already. So it's funny, man. It's a weekly thing. Like I said, I don't really care, dude. It's all interaction to me. I get paid regardless. So dislike it all.
Actually, it's looked at that way.
Yeah.
Who doesn't care?
Dislike it all you want. You're paying my car insurance the next month, so
The
feel free to keep coming back.
like dislike ratio thing is just interaction. That's all. They just want to know that you're interacting with your viewing public.
Right.
And comments, I mean, you could block certain words and whatever you want, but have you looked at your analytics to see how many subscribers you've lost and gained? Because it shows you.
Yeah. It's
And
what?
if you gain more than you lose, that's what I do. I lose subscribers all the time,
Oh yeah.
but
No,
I tend to gain more, so I'm always on a positive slope. Which is good. Sometimes a lot, sometimes hardly anything.
I can sit stagnant for a week and then all of a sudden gain 15 the next week.
Right.
It's it really depends on the content I'm pushing. You have to understand. I have been saving up to have hernia surgery, buying a car, getting a boat. Like I haven't had money to buy new products,
Mhm.
and unfortunately, my channel suffers because of those things. So the unique was a spur of the moment purchase from Steven. I bought that from him. And he gave me a really good deal on it, so I could at least have some new content on my channel. And I'll probably be looking into a new drone. I want to get the Anafi just to have it, but unfortunately, man, the Anafi's been out now for almost 2 years, and I mean that there's no real, there's no real calling for the drone anymore. It's not even being hosted by Parrot, as far as I'm concerned. Parrot's basically done hosting it. So if you're gonna buy a new drone, get something that's gonna be new to the market, that you have an opportunity to start reviewing, making videos, doing things that's gonna bring in a whole new audience. And this is what I did with the Solo. I revived the old audience. I also did the same thing for the 501S. So it all just depends on how much time and effort you put into something. Right now, I have old products that aren't really, big in the market anymore, and it's costing my channel. So it is what it is. When I have an opportunity to buy another new drone, I'll go ahead and get one. But, as I said, I do this for fun. I have no problem taking my old drones, and there's still an audience for those and talking about them. I won't grow like I want to, but I'll still keep my watch time up, and I'll still, keep my algorithm going. I get a solid paycheck every month from YouTube, Google AdSense. So I mean, it's not dwindled. I get my normal check. I'm thankful for every bit of support I get to keep that coming in.
Yeah.
Definitely helps pay bills. It's surplus income. It's not wonderful, but it's surplus income.
That's why. I mean, I just laugh when people say, "Well, why don't you test this? Why don't you test that?" In the printing side.
Sure. That's the same thing with drones.
Yeah. Why don't you just talk to that company you're interested in?
Right.
Point them toward my channel. They'll know who I am. And if they have confidence in their product, they'll be more than glad to have a third-party tester like me run some tests. I have 13 color photographic level printers. They're professional level printers. 13 of them. That means, like, if you had 13 drones and you had to test a battery, that would be generic for all 13. Which drone will it, would that battery work best on? Well, you have an army of 13 drones. You can do all sorts of testing. I can do all sorts of testing.
Sure.
If the company doesn't have the balls or the confidence to send me their product for me to run it through 13 printers and then report on it honestly, because I don't have anything I don't have any kind of monetary, gains from any of this. If you have the confidence, send it, but they don't want to. Oh no. See,
Oh yeah, no, I'll show
they
you.
want nothing to do with you.
I will show you the other reason I don't grow. And this is for everyone who has ever questioned my honesty. Okay. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I think now is a good time to do this. I am 100% business oriented when it comes to, sponsorships.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see if I can open some of these here. All right, there's 7 of them here. I will turn down reviews in a heartbeat. Okay. I have no problem doing that. I actually turn down probably 6 of them a week, because I'm not about playing the game. I don't play the game with these people. I'm not here to be your buddy. I'm here to do product reviews. So this is Tong Zhaohu. This is just an example. This was sent the 31st. Tong Zhaohu reached out to me. Tong Zhaohu says, "Dearest drone worship."
I love the way that
And
is always dearest.
it's funny because it says "Dearest drone worship" and his dinghy. I love it. I absolutely love it. I am Berg from the Amazon Seller Video Projector. I just saw your great video on YouTube. We have one portable video projector that I would like you to test, blah, 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 blah. Suitable for enjoyment household. I sincerely invite you to help us experience and take the video, blah, blah, blah. Do a YouTube review, greatness and goodness. All right. So my answer was, I have a couple conditions. Any products that I test on my channel after completing the review, I get to keep. It's my compensation for making the video and sharing it with the following, right? Number 2, I never spend personal money purchasing Amazon. I expect the company to send the product or send me enough to purchase the product from their link through PayPal. Then I make the purchase and I have it sent to my house for review. I'm always honest in every product I review. I do my objective is to ensure that the consumer is getting a good deal and the company is being honest about their product. If you can meet those conditions, I have no problem testing your product, and I look forward to working together. This goes on and on and on and on. The guy absolutely refuses to send the money, and then he says, finally, we'll give you half of the money, but we'll give you the other half after your review. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not fall for this. Okay, they do this intentionally because they know that you're fearful that you won't get your money back, so you're going to do a positive review. These are things I'm 100% against. I hate it when companies try to do this. I really do. It is absolutely a ballsy maneuver on their part to hold the review over your head, especially because I believe it is actually illegal to do a review like that on YouTube. Okay, I believe through Fair Business, I forget what the thing was. It was Fair Business review process on YouTube that they are not allowed to reach out to and do these types of things. I play along with it until I realize that they're not going to meet my conditions, and then we say thank you. You have a wonderful day. Sorry for bothering you. I say you as well. Guys, please remember, all these companies want you to do is to test their products, and they want to send them to you, but they want to hold your money that you've spent now on their projector for 2 reasons. The first reason is because if you purchase it, they know that you're going to have to do your Amazon review before they're going to give your money back. And they know that you're going to have to give a positive review, because if you don't, what happens to your money?
You don't get it back.
You don't get it back. Number 2, okay, they only send you half the money because what? They want to hold the review over your head. If you don't say something positive about them, what happens to your money?
Gone.
Gone. You don't get your money back. So don't fall for it. I don't. I hope all of the other people watching this don't. I have always set out to be as honest as I possibly can through every review that I do. Okay? Everything. I don't care if the company sends me. You guys have seen me. What was that? That P3. You remember that thing, Mike, that I did the review on? That P3 QC5 fish underwater drone thing. Remember that?
Good people.
The P3 underwater drone, the 5 fish drone, that underwater submersible. Remember that?
The one you had to send back, or
Yes, yeah, the one they wanted me to send back and told me to delete the video. You remember that? I spent like $300 that day getting that whole review done, and they didn't give me any of the money back and wanted me to delete it.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a $3,500 drone. Threw the review right out the window. I don't care if you're not willing to make good on it. So what? Maybe it's got problems. I gave them an opportunity to send me another drone. Didn't happen. You know, they just wanted me to delete it, and that's the end of our transaction. I'm still out $300. I'm not going to delete the video. I reviewed your product. It cost me $300 to do everything that I needed to do to get out to the locations to do these things and take the footage. And I got out there, and your $3,500 drone didn't even work. What do you want me to do? I'm not going to delete the video. Don't play their games, guys. Honestly, if you end up getting sponsorships, just do the entire consumer market a favor and be honest. You want to know why I don't grow? It's because I don't suck up to the companies. Banggood won't even talk to me. GearBest won't talk to me. None of the Chinese companies will talk to me anymore. The most I get now is Amazon people reaching out to me because I'm brutally honest. Yes, it costs me in the end. Yes, I stay a smaller channel. Yes, I'm never going to get DJI sending me things. Frankly, I don't want them to. So that works out in my favor. I don't think I've ever really said too much positive stuff about DJI. Would you agree with that, Mike?
I'm sorry, I was doing something else.
I see that. I guess the point that I'm trying to make here, guys, is just be honest. If you're going to do product reviews, be honest. You don't have to give the company money. If they're going to send it to you for free and let you do an unbiased, honest review, by all means, go for it. If they start having expectations that you purchase products and you buy these things from them, immediately shut it down right there. Tell them this is not how I conduct business, and it's not. It's not a good way to do it. It is crappy business ethics. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So just China will do anything to make a dime. Honestly, they will. So anyways, enough of that.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I'm getting ready to call it, man. We got 9 people in here.
hit the sack. It's midnight.
Yeah. It is midnight. I know. Been on for 2 hours. I'm getting ready to shut her down too there, Mike. William, we're going to be heading to Discord if you want to join us.
Yeah, William, come on in there.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've been on Discord with us, man. Well, guys, thanks for coming out. Jose, thanks for popping in, as always.
Glad I caught it.
Yeah.
Saw it on my TV.
Don't forget.
He's live. Let me head on downstairs.
Don't forget to join Mike's giveaway, man. You have an opportunity to win the speaker and all that good stuff, man. So
Yeah, we'll have to hook up Jose. We ain't that far apart, man. We go out and fly somewhere and get out of DC circle there.
What is your channel, Mike? I had her the last time.
Mike B, aka the drone reviewer.
Wait a minute. Mike B?
Yeah, Mike B, like the letter B.
Yeah.
Mike B, aka the drone reviewer.
Drone reviewer, you're thinking of somebody else.
Oh, my bad. The drone ranger. Jesus. You're right. I have been saying his name too much. Jamie, thank you, brother. TCM, good to see you.
I just typed a dot in the chat area if you're looking at that, Jose. Can you see the chat?
Yeah,
in the
actually, you can just click on it if he's on his computer. If you see it in the chat, you can just go to his channel.
Okay.
That'll make it easier for you to get to it.
So, guys, remember, Mike B, if you're still in here, is going to be giving away a speaker, and then he's going to be doing a massive giveaway with GPS drones and all sorts of fun stuff. Make sure you make your way over to Mike B's, aka the Drone Rangers channel, and drop a subscription. Make sure to turn on all those notifications so you know when he's going to be giving away some GPS birds. He's got a fun giveaway coming up here after the speaker, so be part of that if you can. Get his watch time up, man. He needs help with his watch time.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
All right,
right.
I got it.
Excellent.
You got a picture of a motorbike?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
all right. All right, I just hit the subscribe button.
All right, cool.
Now, see, that's weird. Here, they only have one option.
It's because Mike's
Notification from
channel.
Mike B, aka the Drone Ranger. Send me all notifications for the channel. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
All right, cool.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks for popping in. And Mike, I'll see you in Discord, Jose, until we stream again. If you're always welcome to join, you know that.
When are you going in next?
So Tuesday is my actual official surgery after everything got switched around. So yeah.
Jose, you want to join us?
Yeah,
on,
you're gonna just schedule some videos.
Yeah.
You're not gonna schedule them for specific days and
Yep.
times. And,
I'm gonna try to space them out every 2 days. I have a bunch of them. I'm still making them. Honestly, I already have 4 more made. So yeah,
that's what I did last week. I did like 7, 8 videos in one sitting,
yeah,
and they were answering specific questions,
right.
subjects, and then I just had them all set up to go.
Yeah, they're just a mix of different things. One's the boat motor. Another one is the flight with the controller with the Unique, talking about the stabilization and then running it through a stabilized process. And then I have one for the bee flight. And then I have another one tearing the Unique apart, getting that glass plate removed, all that fun jazz. So like I said, I got some stuff coming still. So
yeah, are you gonna test the 4K unstabilized?
I will.
Video is supposed to be pretty bad. I mean, the picture quality is great.
Mhm.
Somebody did a video a while back where they were able to take the 4K unstabilized, compare it to the 1080p stabilized.
Mhm.
They ran the 4K video, and of course, you're flying gently,
Right.
They ran the 4K video through like Mercalli, one of these video stabilization type softwares,
I've got some.
and the results were a lot better than 1080p as far as color, dynamic range, all of those.
Sure. You're definitely going to find out how mine looks because I took the footage in 1080 stabilized, and then I ran my stabilizer on top of the stabilized 1080 that was already there, just to show you guys what the difference is. So next we'll be doing 4K. That's kind of what that whole thing is about, what to expect.
Okay.
I will tell you this, blowing it up and stabilizing it through 2 different softwares, because each time you stabilize, it has to zoom in a little bit more.
Right.
Zoom
It
in
has
a
to
little bit
crop.
more.
All of this.
Right. That's how
When you see uncropped, stabilized phone video,
Yeah.
I want to strangle that person.
I know.
I just want to strangle them. What are you doing? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. This does have so it's already cropped. It's already starting off zoomed in already because of the stabilize, and then I add my other stabilization to it, which zooms in even more. And then you'll notice that it blurs everything out. So I'm going to have to do probably 4 different sessions of this, because I want to do one where it's not stabilized already, and then I run my stabilization software on it. You see what I'm saying? And then do a 4K version, regular, and then run my stabilization software on it.
Yeah.
And then do a stabilized version of 4K with that, and then add the stabilization to that to see if that makes sense.
I don't know what you're using for your video editing or whatever. I mean, I'm lucky enough I have Premiere, so
Power Director.
So do your color grading, your editing. You can even do your cuts before you stabilize. Unless you have transitions,
Sure.
it won't cause any problems at all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do all that. It's funny, man. I have Power Director on my
stabilizing first and then doing your color grading and whatever.
Right. I actually have Power Director on my cell phone. It's a very strong editing software. It's quite surprising, honestly.
Yeah.
So it's the more you play with it, the more you learn. It is great for the average person just doing tutorials, reviews, simple stuff like I do. But it does have all those extra little weird features you wouldn't expect. Like it even does chroma key, so I could do green screen technically if I wanted to. But it's a very strong editing app for just being a cell phone.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's it. I'm calling it.
All right.
So,
Hey man.
Jose, you want to join us over in Discord?
did you hear him, Jose? He was talking to you.
I'm sorry. What?
Did you want to join us over in Discord?
I guess. Sure.
Do you have a Discord account?
I don't at this point, but
Okay. If you sign into Discord, right, get yourself a username, and then you go up to the search for servers, right?
mm-hmm.
Once you sign in and get yourself in, go to search servers and look up drone worship, and you'll find my server. You can just add yourself right to the server and then drop a message in the main message board, and we'll find you and we'll tell you how to get into the voice chat.
Discourse.
Discord.
Oh, Discord.
Like Discord. Oh my God, everything's in Discord. Oh.
DISCO what?
RD.
RD? Okay. Free voice and text chat for gamers?
Yep.
Alrighty. I'll save the link for now. I'll go ahead and bookmark it. Alrighty. Sounds good.
Cool beans.
All right.
All right, guys, I'm ending the stream. Thanks for everybody stopping in. Jose, Mike, good to have both of you guys. Drone worship, I'm out. GGB.
Okay.